Please kindly have a seat. The competition is going to begin shortly.
자, 들리죠? 들리면서 표시. 1, 3 들리면 카메라 갔다. 오케이. 2 들리지? 다 올려. 다 올려줘. 그럴 때. 또 어디 갔어? 씨, 화장실였나? 그거 말고 중간 위에 거. 음악 틀지 말라니까 자꾸 음악 틀어.
키라고죠.
아니야, 틀면 안 돼. 음악 키면 저거
더운 날씨에도 많은 분들께서 참석해 주셨습니다. 진심으로 감사드립니다. 이곳은 대전 창조경제혁신센터이고요. 오늘은 글로벌 스타벤처 스타트업, 우리나라 스타트업의 어떤 주인공을 뽑는 자리입니다. 그만큼 여러분들의 많은 관심과 응원이 필요하니 많은 응원 부탁드리겠습니다. 우리는 3분 뒤에 이 행사를 시작할 예정입니다. 잠시만 기다려 주시기 바랍니다.
일본 갔다가 터졌어요. 소리 안 좋은다.
Good afternoon. Welcome to coming Daejeon Center despite the heat wave weather. This competition is for finding out promising startups in Daejeon, Daejong, Chungnam, Chungbuk areas. Many participants so is coming, so we are very great. We expect the excellent presentation with great business models, and I would like to asking the judges to evaluate very well, and so all participants enjoy this time. Thank you for all CCEI staffs for preparing this program, and especially thanks to the organizer of this program, Mr. Lee Kyung-jun, president of Gyeonggi Center for Innovation. Where is it? Okay, so please praise. Okay, again, thanks and welcome this competition program. So next, I introduce host of this competition, Ms. Oh Eun-jung. She works for the Daejeon Center for Innovation as a manager. Okay, let's start. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. So the main goal of the project Global Talent Platform is making Korean startups one of the slot. From now on, a lot of startups have but no one cannot be on the top list. Why do you suppose that is? the native speakers of English. So around 20 star cells will be put out, and they will be hard trained for 3 months before going to plus December of this year. So now I would like to introduce two judges for this competition. Would you kindly greet the audience when I call your name? First, Program Director Jang Yu-hwa from Busan Center for Innovation. Mr. Ta Sample from Authentic. Lastly, Mr. Im Wan from Excel Investment. And you all can be judges too. Please put your best on the board near the reception desk after the competition. Now, 9 star sub are ready for this challenge. They have 5 minutes presentation time and 5-minute Q&A session. And there will be 15-minute break after the 4th presentation. Okay, let's get started. The first team is VP Medical. Let's give a warm welcome to Ms. Hwang Hyung-min. So what should we do when the answer is perfect cancer surgery? A good cancer surgery is to remove all cancer without leaving. But surgeons doesn't know the exact cancer margin themselves. So after tumor removal, they take the tissue from the cancer margin and send it to the pathology department. And next step is frozen tissue preparation, which takes at least 40 minutes. And if the pathologist decides or the cancer have been removed, the surgery is over. But if it is not okay, the whole process should be repeated again and again. So as this frozen diagnosis is repeated, whole operation time could be increased. And such frozen tissue preparation has been performed at least 1 time to 10 times. And when operation time increases, patient recovery speed is slowed down, and operation room turnover rate is decreased, and finally hospital profit would be decreased. So we suggest a solution, the fluorescence endomicroscopic system. And this system is fluorescence optical microscope smaller than a pen size. And this product allows cell tissue imaging at cellular level in real time without detaching the tissue. This system resolves the side effect of conventional fluorescent biopsy, as I mentioned earlier, because it has 10 times better resolution than fluorescence camera in used current clinical field, and 40 times faster than the current frozen tissue biopsy. And also it doesn't have to tissue resection. So this frozen tissue preparation can replace our solution. under just only 1 second. And finally, operation time can be easily reduced effectively, and patient recovery speed can be improved. Also, operation room turnover rate can be increased. And finally, the benefit of hospital could be maximum. And this is our prototype. Our product has system and proof with 3 different type proofs. We also obtained the fluorescence imaging result at cellular level of the fixed sample. And our potential market is live cell imaging market, which is expected to $5.3 billion size. And our service available market is estimated to the surgical microscope market with $542 million size. And now we are focusing on the cancer surgical microscope. And these are our business model. Our business model are endomicroscopic system and consumable proof and maintenance fee. We set the price for the system as $0.1 million and proof for $600. And these prices are 30% lower than our competitor. And our competitor is Maunaki Technologies. But we can acquire more good resolution images than our competitor. The biggest reason is the technology. For us, we use single fiber scanner actuated by very small actuator. So we don't have resolution limitation during the image reconstruction process. But our competitor used the fiber bundle. So the number of fiber limits the number of image pixels. Imaging result on the right side shows our advantages: better resolution and larger image size. Our vision is global #1 in live cell imaging. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for your presentation. It was a great product.
Thank you.
Great to see that it's much more advanced medical device compared to the main competitor. But as you know very well, in medical device, in the medical tools area,
Yes.
it should be used in the real field.
Yes.
In that sense, you need to access to the market, the big hospitals and surgeons and all those who are supposed to use these tools, new tools. Adapting the new tools, there's a huge barrier. How are you going to get over that huge barrier to get into the real market?
Yes, that's a good point. This is a very global, we can focus this project to many different areas like cancer or blood cell surgery like that. So we are looking for very fit point. So we are trying to interview many doctors or clinical or research like that. So some medical doctors says maybe frozen tissue diagnosis is very problem, and I think this solution can be very good for this frozen tissue problem. So we are now focusing on that, and we also cooperate with some I don't know English name for 식약처, FDA. Yeah. So we are some good organs for FDA already promised to help us. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. So right now you feel you have one competitor primarily. Of course, in the medical industry, competitors are popping up regularly. So looking down the road, as other companies also see the advantage of finding higher resolution rates, for example. So what kind of strategy do you have? Do you expect more competitors to pop up in the near future?
Actually, the competitor cannot improve the image resolution because I already said that they use the fiber bundle. So that's there is some barrier for the scientific research area. So I think that's our strength things.
Yeah, so presently that's your strength, but maybe
Yeah.
other companies in the future are going to pop up. So I think it goes back to his question too. How are you going to, with more
another
solutions in the
company.
market, how are you going to approach the hospitals to
Hospital. Like
accept this product?
for the about the technology problem.
Well, you're going to be. I understood your response to that question, but you still have to approach. You still have to have hospitals which buy your product.
Yeah.
Right? So how are you going to approach the hospitals?
Sales, actual sales.
Yeah, sales. Okay. That's a big problem, but I think we should try to work with the hospital from the research process. And they can write the paper with our product, and also they can adapt our product by that period. Then that period can be our marketing some opportunities.
Do you already have surgeons or specific
Yeah, we have.
hospitals working together?
Yes.
I see.
If I see your material, I can see that you only cover 2D, right? 2D
Yeah,
dimension.
yeah.
Nowadays, 2D markets are really saturated. And most of the people are looking for 3D image. And the scanning thing, like a probe-based confocal laser endoscopy thing, is very hard to get the, lively cell. Get the image of the lively cell. That's why they just discard in these days in the market. Have you ever checked out over?
Oh yeah, but actually confocal microscope can make 3D images with some 3D actuator in front of the lens. Also, we can develop our product to read some later, but actually our product is focused on the fluorescence dye. And first, we are focused on the first dye that targeting some cancer, and that process is already used in current clinical field, but there has some limitation that, for instance, camera has low resolution. So I think there is a real market already, but our product can replace some weak point of first camera, also some good point of the frozen tissue. Thank you.
A big hands for her, one more. Okay, it was VPix making the real-time imaging solution for cancer surgery. The second team is Per Song. Let's hear it for Miss Nam Hae Bin.
Hi, I'm Heaven Nam, Marketing Manager for Persong, and I'm here to talk to you about Smart Automatic Litter Box LobbyBot. So for those of you who are inexperienced with cats, let me tell you something instinctual about them. All cats use the litter box as an instinct. Litter boxes filled with sand, and they go to the bathroom in them. And every few days, the owners must manually, using a scoop, empty the litter box. If not cleaned regularly, this exposes the owner to unhygienic environments and exposes the cats to fatal urinary diseases, which actually kills the most cats annually. So there are other automatic litter boxes out there already, but these have major problems. The first is the need for maintenance, which means that every 2 or 3 days, even if the product is automatic, the owner must manually refill the litter because despite emptying it automatically, it will not refill sand for you. The second is that you cannot check the cat's health because the stool is automatically thrown away. Despite the stool being the most important indicator that you have for checking the cat's health, because cats, unlike dogs, do not show their pain. So we at Persong is solving this problem by making an automatic litter box that auto-cleans and auto-refills, so that the litter box is always disease-free and clean. LobbyBot also monitors the cat's health and litter box status through IoT, so that you know that the cat is safe. let me go into detail furthermore about our product. So after the cat uses LaviBot, the owner will receive a notification on their smartphone. The owner can press this notification to see details about the cat's use of the toilet. After the cat leaves, LaviBot will automatically start to clean itself. And also, it refills the amount of sand used. When the waste is full, it also tells you on your smartphone, so users can tell. When there's a shortage in the litter storage, owners can, at the click of a button, buy and deliver more litter to your home and refill the litter, which allows LaviBot to last for 2 to 3 weeks instead of 2 days. So these are our competitive advantages. As mentioned before, we have a longer auto clean cycle of 2 to 3 weeks, and we also have a proprietary auto refill system that no competitor has. We also have high cleaning capabilities, multi-cat monitoring, and a competitive price, which is nearly half the price of our premium competitor. So in March, we proceeded with what is crowdfunding in Korea, and we raised $250 in 30 minutes. We sold out on 770 products in 30 minutes, and we ended as #1 funded in pet category. So this is our main market, the US market. And as you can see, in 2016, we found that 38% of all households own cats. And in Korea, in 2015, at least 1.1 million households own cats and are using litter boxes. So our official release is in October, where our company will soft launch the product and start creating revenue through product sales. And we're already promoting our product worldwide. We went to the Global Pet Expo in Florida and introduced Germany. And we were met with very positive reaction, 2 of which are shown above, from Redog, a Central European distributor, and Dogness, a NASDAQ-listed company who actually wanted to fund our entire product line for us. So our current strategic partners are Aropet, Korea's biggest litter manufacturer, as well as a few named companies that might be helping us with production. We also have online list offers already from Lotte, Hansem, and CJ Online Mall. So this is all made possible by our team of 7. 5 are developers, and 2 are in charge of sales, as well as our list of advisors. We have studied from all over the world, such as China, Japan, Korea, and US. So I dare say that we are a team fit for global market expansion. So in closing, I would like to just tell you something that a buyer told us in Introduce Germany Pet Expo. The buyer told us that LaviBot would change the pet market. We asked why. And he told us that in companies in countries in Europe where people go traveling for long lengths of time, cat owners cannot take care of their cat or the litter box for a while. So many actually just abandon them when they go traveling. The buyer told us that this problem would be eliminated entirely with us because it can take care of your cat for 2 to 3 weeks. So LaviBot could offer convenience and comfort, but it could also save the lives of so many cats. I have no doubt that LaviBot, once it enters the global market, will enrich the lives of so many cat owners and cats, saving the lives of many and bringing comfort to many. Thank you.
Very interesting
Thank
and
you.
very useful product for pet owners. Yes. Just one simple question. Good design and good ideas combined to good one nice designed box, but technologically, frankly, it's quite easily mimicable. So how are you going to prevent that issue?
Well, before in my presentation, I mentioned the application. I can't go back to it, but application which would, in time, collect data about cat owners and cat health. And we would also provide this information. And this would be valuable information that we could provide to hospitals, to companies. And this would be collected and protected by intellectual property rights. And this is valuable information that no other company would be able to collect.
So all the patents are already acquired or in process?
We have PCTs going in progress, yes, and patents.
Worldwide?
Yes. Thank you.
The size of cats are all different, right?
Yes.
And that covers every size, or you differentiated box size? What is it?
Oh, sorry. It cannot cover the cats who are such as Maine Coons, which are very big and over 10 kilos. So they cannot. So our LobbyBot cannot cover humongous cats. But we are thinking of, as a startup, it is hard to, launch a product line that has more than one size. But in time, we plan to make products that are available to other sizes as well.
Can you tell us a little bit more about your marketing strategy heading forth? So once you, doing the crowdfunding was really good, and obviously you had great results with that. Mm-hmm. From market to market, however, with competitors and with the concept itself, might be a little bit more challenging. So maybe you can shine some light on how you, once the product is actually in the stores, how you plan on marketing it.
Well, we plan on attending a lot of significant global pet expos, such as Global Pet Expo in Jeju, Germany, and even CES next year, and just promote the product as much as possible. We also have Instagram, Facebook, all the necessary SNS to promote our product, as well as our global and Korean website.
So do you feel the main selling point of this product is, like, I grew up with a cat, and I don't remember taking my cat to the veterinarian that often, and checking on how healthy his poo was not a priority. Mm-hmm. So do you feel the tech side is more of the appeal, or what do you feel is the primary appeal of this product?
I feel personally that the primary appeal of our product is the long care cycle, the 2 to 3 weeks, because owners can just, as I said, leave the home for a long period and don't need to care, because the application will send you messages saying your cat is fine and take care of the house for you. But the technological side is also important. Your first part of the question was about, cats not being sick often, right?
Yeah, I don't remember my cat being sick enough for me to care how healthy his poo was.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I feel that the tech side is also important, and to know that data, because when the cat does fall sick, then you are going to want to know. And 22% of cats, doesn't sound like a lot, but that marks urinary disease as poop-related disease, of course, as the most deadly disease for cats.
Okay, let's give a round of applause for her. It was Pearl's song producing a smart litter box for your lovely cat. The third team is Paint Palm. Please give a big hand for Mr. Seol Myung-woo.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. My name is Saul, and I'm from Paint Palm. I want you to close your eyes for 5 seconds and imagine that you put some paint on your window. Thank you. Now you can open your eyes. And now, today I'm going to show you with the simple magic with the paint you probably didn't see. This light gray color paint, which is called S-Paint, was being in the spotlight at the Digital Signage Expo in Las Vegas. And S-Paint granted an award, the best product you probably didn't see. This is how it operates. Once you paint it inside of the transparent material, you'll be able to see the image from outside of it. It can be any kinds of transparent material like glass, acrylic, half mirror, even on the touch screen. I want to talk more about it with the video that I prepared. Here's a demo of S-Paint DIY. as I mentioned, you can easily, instantly make a screen with a paint and a roller just like this. And it is also easy to remove just by water, so you don't have to worry about any damages on your window. The next video I prepared is about the installation process of S-Paint Pro type, which is spring type. It provides better image quality than DIY product, just you saw. Paint Farm provides customized service by consulting with each customer. We understand customers' needs and installation sites through the consultation, and we lead them to maximize the effects, the advertising effect of the customer experience. We have won many awards all over the world, like in VivaTech, DSE, and S-Paint is already using in huge companies like SKT, SoftBank, Subway, and Docomo. And I think you probably saw our products on the first floor of this building. This is not the end. We are endlessly researching and developing our product, our innovations like S-Paint series. So I want to ask a question. Who wants to join us to change the world with paint? Thank you for listening, and it's time for you to ask me any questions.
Okay, this is my first time to see the performance of your paint palm product. Could you explain a little more detail about the actual applications of Docomo and the Subway, and you mentioned the SK Telecom and some others, right? Would you explain what kind of applications you made and what purpose and what situation this is the best usable solution?
Okay, so in SKT and SoftBank, we installed our product on the outside of the stores, the mobile stores. So the reason why they choose our product as an advertising method is the reasonable price than the LED panel. Compared to LED panel, like 120 inches, it costs way more than our product, almost like 5 times. And you can easily control the videos about it. I think that's the main point of the major companies choose our product. That's it.
So is this product something that, as a consumer, I can apply myself, or do I need to call your team to come and install it for us?
You saw the first video of it, right? First video that I prepared.
Right.
That's the DIY type, and you can just paint it on your glass. DIY product, like as the word. And you are worrying about the stains. Once you put it on the glass, it automatically disappears. It's a self-level system.
It looks like a film, right? How long it lasts?
As long as you put the water on it, it lasts more than 3 years, because our company built in the 3 years ago.
You already have the mass production system?
Yes, we can.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we can do the mass production.
In Korea or somewhere else?
Oh, yeah, in Korea.
In Korea?
We produce the paint and we sell paint.
How much you made the sales last year?
Last year, it was 300,000.
300,000. Wow. Who is the biggest buyer then?
Biggest buyers are the stores, and the regional stores and the franchise.
Franchise, right? All right. So B2B, are you doing or B2C also?
We
You
have
have
two.
a one
Yeah, we
online
have
or
two
offline?
ways of a marketing channel, B2B and B2C. And
So this is quite efficient way of showing advertisements or some specific images
yes.
cost effectively.
Mhm.
But you mentioned that you joined the Digital Signage Expo and you
Yes.
got some prizes or something. What was the point they think this is one great digital signage solution?
I think the point is how easy you can install and how easy you can remove it. We targeted this product to the temporary using. As for example, once you have a construction on your inside, you can just block it with the paint on the window and projecting the images. And once you're done with the construction, you can just remove it and reopen your stores.
But you always need the projector.
Yes, that is the thing.
So my question is also in regard to the projector. So have you explored any potential partnerships with projectors to some projector
Yes.
companies to create some kind of synergy with them?
Yes, we are still talking with a lot of projector companies like Epson or Optoma, such companies like that, and sometimes they are supporting us a projector to show people things like that.
So what kind of, could you maybe draw us a picture of what kind of partnership that would be?
I think I have to think about it a little bit more.
Okay, yeah, because I love it, but at the same time you do need a projector. So
Yes, yes.
And projectors now come in all different shapes and sizes and price levels, and so it would be interesting if you could find some way to create something.
Yes,
between
we are still developing the contents. Contents of it is also important because once you projecting like general images, it's just a LED. But I think we probably have something better ideas of the contents also.
Okay, let's give a big hands for him. Pen Farm is making a special pen used everywhere. The last team before the break is Gumi. Let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Piyane.
Bonjour everyone, I am Vianney from Gumi Labs. Okay. I am from Gumi Labs and we want to make the world a better place for our pets. Here's the problem. You have a pet, a dog, which has to stay for a long period of time at home alone waiting for you. He gets a lot of stress, he thinks he will never come back, and on the long term, he might even develop some serious conditions such as separation anxiety disorder, obesity, etc. That's why we created the Gumi Ball. Now you don't have to worry for your pets anymore. Just put the Gumi Ball on the floor. It is a little toy with a robot inside equipped with artificial intelligence and data capture. It records the playing pattern of your pet, analyze it, and play accordingly. So if your pet is full of energy, then the ball will have aggressive movements. On the contrary, if he's shy, then the ball will be more gentle. Needless to say, it is safe, durable, water and saliva proof, easy to use, easy to charge. And we will be selling a whole range of accessories, such as the skins, the feather, for the different playing feelings for our pets. Such as you can see. And of course, you can use the remote to play with him when you're at home. We want to sell it from November 2018, starting with $69 piece. And we conducted several pre-market tests focused on the Korean and Japanese markets. We used Wadiz and Makwake platforms, and we amassed $378,000 within 2 months without any advertising and marketing budgets. and the feedback have been positive so far. We've even got some recommendation from Japan to do gummy ball for lions in zoo. So, well, we wish to focus on the dog and cat market. And yeah, here's some quick study based on the American market. America is the country of freedom, they say, but they should say it's also the country of pets. Based on the 89 million, oh, sorry. Yeah, it's a quick exercise, I will explain to you later. It means in the worst conservative estimation, we can expect to reach over 9 million dogs based on our gummy. And you might say, hey, that's great, but maybe I've seen these kind of solutions before. And that's true. Some other pet reliving solutions do exist. So for Dog Walker, Dog TV, and Smart Pet Toy, I'm referring to PetCube, GoBone, Paybeam, all American company launched a couple of years ago. And so far they have the markets weight around $2.5 billion. So how are we different? We want to build a smart pet home concept. And based on the data we capture, we want to strike deals with other distribution and pet product company and provide them goods adapted to their dog needs. And how are we different? First, we are the first interactive data-driven device. The other companies don't have it yet so far. Every time the dog bites it vibrates, and it adapts to the movement he does. And finally, you get to know on the app the activity of your dog. How many times did he play? How many times did he kick? How many times did he bite? Etc. So you know what he's doing. And we want to create other devices, such as the pet feeder. It's based on American technology of pet nets. Every time your dog is playing with the gummy, he gets some food. Why? Because playing makes hungry. So the more he plays, the more he eats food, so which is interesting for the pet food company, for instance. And yeah, that's great. You can say, I like dogs, but I prefer cats. Me too, I am a cat person. And we will develop a laser device for the cats too. And that's our projection. We expect to go to America by 2019 and Europe in 2020. And we established some partnership with in Europe, for instance, with Orange, the #1 telecommunications company in France. Who are we to give you gummy? We are a team of 6 international friends from South Korea and France who graduated in IT, engineering, and international business. We love pets, and if you want to work with a team with a strong business ethics, adaptation, then so we are. Thank you very much.
That's very interesting. Your team is now all in full time. Everyone's working together for this.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
No one is working like a half time or a freelance. No, we are in it.
I see. Okay, so I'm American, but you being European, in terms of the pet market there, it's primarily a dog-focused market or a cat-focused market.
Dog-focused market.
Yeah,
sure.
okay.
Because they are much more volatile. I mean, try to make the cat play with what you buy him. You know, they are more independent than dogs.
So the data that you're trying to collect, trying to kind of grasp how really important it is if my dog kicks the ball or bites the ball. Like why should that be important enough to me to spend $170 on a toy?
Actually, it's not just 2 actions, 11 actions. It's based on the activity data. So you know if your dog is active. And if, like, based on the data after a couple of months, your dog likes to bite or kick, and this time you get the data, oh, he's not biting or kicking enough, maybe you should send him to the pet doctor based on the, it's actually, all the American company I mentioned, they use a camera. They use a micro. So we are more nerdy, I can say. We want to solve the same problem based on data, on math, based on number. Now we don't want to take any risk. It's all about the math.
Okay, regarding the sales,
yeah.
You've been pretty successful, Makwake, Waddies, and then Kickstarter. But this is a good start. But in order to get into the real big market, you must have a strategy B2B and B2C. Could you detail out those plans?
Actually, yeah, I didn't mention it, but regarding the distribution in America, We are working with PetNet, the one who borrowed the feeder, and Go Market. It's a Silicon Valley consulting agency, and they will introduce our product to the Midwest distributors. First, build a loyal fan base. You know how it works. We build a loyal fan base, and we go to the coast, to California after. Regarding Europe, it's we work mostly with French distributors, communication companies most of the time. Regarding so far, we worked with the Japanese distributor of with a Japanese distributor of SoftBank, and that was our first purchase. I mean, our first sale. And regarding the customers, it's more about it's available on the website.
Like Amazon?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So which one is your main target?
B2B. B2B, but so far we have sold more in B2C. So.
So if the market is telling you that it's a B2B solution, why would you focus more on a B2B?
More easy, actually. B2B is more easy to catch. And when you get the contract, when you get the contacts, when you know, it's more stable. We want to assure a stable revenue model.
The battery are you using? Battery?
Battery? Yeah, it's
how long it lasts?
15 hours.
15 hours.
And 3 hours charge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, the rounder thing in Europe, some country just banned those kind of electronic pet exerciser.
Yeah.
Because it breaks the toes. Sometimes it breaks the spines. So maybe the size might be very important if you are targeting the European market. So check it out.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Actually, we did it small, so the dog can bite it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but thank you very much for thank you for that.
So the skins that you mentioned too, because that seems like a more personalized solution in addition to the toys. So can you tell us a little bit more about maybe your plans for project development for that, for the skins or the accessories that can become part of the toy?
Yeah, yeah, it's available on the web shop. On the web shop. But you mean how do we release it? How do we sell it?
No,
like
so
you buy 10, you get one, or
so your product is the ball.
Yeah.
But you also showed us a slide with like skins or
Yes.
things that we can buy separately to apply to the toy.
Yes.
Right, which in the long run could be also a pretty sufficient cash cow for your
Yes.
company. So are you planning on sourcing those, or are you planning on manufacturing them yourselves and selling them, or?
We plan to manufacture it ourselves, actually. Yeah, because it's cheap to produce, actually.
Okay, another round of applause for him.
Thank you very much.
It was Komi producing a smart toy for your lovely animals.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you. Now we have 15-minute break by 3 p.m. Please feel free to have some snack and iced coffee for you. Thank you. 네, 준비된 스낵과 커피를 즐기시고 3시까지 다시 자리에 착석 부탁드립니다. 2부 순서는 3시에 시작될 예정입니다. 3분 뒤에 자리에 착석 부탁드립니다.
예, 이제 곧 시작할 테니까요. 자리에 좀 와서 다시 좀 착석해 주시면 감사하겠습니다. 이게 현재 실시간 중계가 되고 있어가지고 저희가 좀 시간을 딱딱 지켜가지고 해야 되거든요. 좀 협조를 바라겠습니다.
네, 오늘 본 행사는 대전 창조경제혁신센터 페이스북에서 실시간 중계되고 있습니다. 지금 발표하시는 발표자분들 그리고 참석해주신 여러분의 모습이 나가고 있으니 많은 지인분들께 안내 부탁드립니다. (1분) 뒤에 이번 세션 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 지금 서 계신 분들께서는 자리에 착석 부탁드립니다. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to begin the second session. Please have a seat. Thank you. The fifth team is F&D Partners. Let's hear it for Mr. Jang Hyun-jae.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jang Hyun-jae. I am CEO at F&D Partners. The purpose of this presentation is introduce skin care curation platform called Skin Talk Talk. F&D Partners start business in January 2016. And we have 4 developers and earned 24 billion won so far. Main business area is the diagnosis of shape, the human body, and skin. Question: do you satisfy with this skincare product to use? Actually, almost people don't satisfy with the skincare product they use. People keep buying skincare product because they want to find good product for them. Show that 50% of people are using more than 6 products. to sorry. 네, 죄송합니다. 예. The curation, curate, 네, 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 죄송합니다.
Okay, let's keep up clap for her.
큐레이션 서비스는 보시는 바와 같이 단순하게 설문조사로 이루어지고 있습니다. 이 큐레이션 서비스는 질문은 던져주고 요거를 선택하는 형태로 지금 가고 있습니다. 그러나 본사는 실질적으로 디바이스를 이용하여 이미지를 획득해서 피부를 진단하는 솔루션을 제공하고자 합니다. 경쟁사의 경우 설문을 통해서 피부를 진단하는 반면 본사는 설문과 함께 직접적으로 이미지를 얻어서 이거에 대한 빅데이터와 AR을 통해서 피부를 진단하게 됩니다. 기존 경쟁자들도 카메라를 이용해서 피부 영상을 진단하지만 얼굴 전체를 스캔함으로 인해서 피부 화면의 레졸루션에 대한 문제가 있습니다. 그러나 본사는 피부를 확대해서 그 중에서도 2D와 3D를 복합적으로 진단하기 때문에 그런 부분들이 강점이 있습니다. 비즈니스 모델을 보면 피부를 진단하는 르미아라고 불리는 디바이스를 렌트를 해서 하루나 3일 동안 피부를 진단을 하고 그거에 대한 결과를 보고서를 받습니다. 그걸 통해서 추천하는 제품을 구매할 수도 있고 원하는 제품에 대한 샘플을 받을 수도 있습니다. 저희는 4명의 전문가들이 모여서 사업을 진행하고 있으며 현재 3D와 헬스케어에 관련된 여러 가지 사업을 진행하고 있습니다. 감사합니다.
Take it easy. It's always like that. It's not, the English is not your mother tongue, so it's okay. But let me ask question in English and explain in Korea. Great product and big market, growing market, and customers' concerns on their skincare is also getting bigger. So in this environment, there are lots of other companies approaching the market in very similar ways. So what could be your core competence or competitive advantage, compared to other spring up startups and incumbents? 진짜 많은 회사들이 비슷한 어프로치로 상품을 내놓고 시장을 석권하려고 그러고 있는데 정말 어떤 점들이 우리 제품이 비교 위에 있는지 말씀해 주십시오.
일단은 저희가 인프라스트럭처를 갖추는 게 성형 피부과와 함께 제휴하는 부분들이 있고 피부 진단에 대한 알고리즘을 정립하고 있습니다. 그다음에 이제 피부 관리 샵을 통해서 이제 레퍼런스 데이터를 확보하는 부분들이 뒷받침돼서 진행을 하고 있고요. 그 중에서도 가장 핵심인 부분은 실제로 스마트폰에 직접 연결해서 세밀한 부분을 미치 인식을 통해서 2D와 3D에 대한 피부 진단을 하는 게 이제 핵심 기술입니다.
So, in order to make the right recommendations or analysis of the skin types or based on the data given, you must accumulate a huge database and kind of AI analyze based algorithms for product recommendation or cure recommendations. So I think working together with a couple of clinics is not enough. So what's your plan on that side of preparation?
잘 이해를 못해서. 네.
그 빅데이터 또 AI
네.
또 추천 알고리즘 이런 것들을 하려면 미닝풀한 데이터가 나오려면 아주 큰 데이터베이스를 축적하고 프로세싱하고 그 다음에 알고리즘을 만들어서 또 테스팅하고 이런 것들이 필요한데 상당한 시간과 비용과 노력이 필요하거든요. 그건 어떻게 해가실 생각인지.
지금 저희가 피부 관리실에 이런 그 피부 진단기를 납품을 해서 실제적으로 레퍼런스 이미지를 충분히 얻으려고 하고 있습니다. 장점은 실제로 기존에 있는 디바이스보다 굉장히 고해상도의 영상을 얻어서 그에 대한 분류할 수 있는 여러 가지 빅데이터가 훨씬 더 수월할 수 있을 것 같고요. 아직은 분명히 그 지적하셨던 내용들이 시간은 좀 걸릴 거라고 생각을 하고 있습니다.
네, 이렇게 보니까요, 그 매출은 적지 않은데요. 이거는 다 국내에서 일어난 매출인가요?
예, 맞습니다.
그럼 만약에 해외 시장으로 진출하신다면은 그 마케팅에 대한 전략에 대해서 혹시 좀 설명해 주시면 감사하겠습니다.
일단은 보고 있는 시장이 중국과 동남아시아 시장입니다. 그거를 위해서 현재 홍콩의 사이언스 파크에 지금 입주 예정이고요. 그걸 기반으로 해서 이제 그 중국의 홍콩에 MOU 맺은 기업들 넥스텍이라는 곳과 MOU를 현재 맺고 있고 진출과 관련된 협의를 진행하고 있습니다.
주로 그 중국 시장을 보시는 건가요? 아니면 중국 시장만 보시는 거예요?
중국과 동남아시아를 같이 보고 있습니다.
네.
지금 맨 마지막 슬라이드 봤더니 슬롯이 작년에 다녀오셨나 봐요.
네, 다녀왔습니다.
네, 저도 갔었었는데 지금 왜 슬롯이 가시고 싶으신 거예요?
일단은 회사가 시드 투자를 받고
네.
이제 실질적으로 이러한 B2C 제품을 양산하고자 하는 타이밍입니다. 그래서 본격적으로 투자를 받기 위함이고요. 모자란 실력이지만 그래도 투자를 통해서 좀 더 회사의 밸류업을 하기 위한 목표로 가고자 합니다.
부님이 가실 거죠?
원래는 저보다 영어를 잘하는 부장님이 계신데 오늘
네.
부득이하게 제가 오게 되었습니다.
그러신 거예요? 알겠습니다. 네.
It was F&D partner consulting your own cosmetic. The sixth team is Class Cube. Let's give a round of applause for Mr. Han Ge-hyun.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Han from Class Cube. When you, sorry. This is not our PPT. Okay. Sorry. Yes. Yes. very nervous.
I'm sorry for waiting
It's
for
okay.
me.
It's okay, no problem.
Always the tech problem follows us. I'm sorry for all of you for waiting.
Okay, is ready? Yes. Thank you very much. When you were teaching and studying math, didn't you need any similar math problem for long answer? I search it for you. Please. This is, you ready, YouTube? Yes. This is math problem and short. Then we can get similar math problem. This similar math problem, and this is similar concept math problem. So you can search for math problem with a sentence and equation and function and even shape like this. And another test paper. This is a test paper. Teacher prepare this for their student in the class, but if a student have mistaken, like wrong answers, number 1, and number 2, then teacher first figure out student problem and analyze. Also, try to find another similar math problem and then recommend again. You know, it takes time and hard working, but we just need one click, and then we can get similar math problem like this. See, number 1, this is wrong answer, and similar math problem, and number 2, yes, similar math problem. Yes. There is not a single student, but many students in the class. That means much more hard working and take time. But using class keyboard technology, you need just one click. It is the big thing in math education market. Why it is important? Because teacher and student, they need and they want. The future math education market is led by the company that can search for math problems. Sorry, like learning efficiency is high and DB cost is low, and class preparation time is short. Also, teaching method and philosophy of math are different from each country. But preparing for entrance exam is similar. The key of entrance exam is to solve math problem as many as possible. Like Japan and Vietnam, there is an entrance exam for middle school and high school and university. Also, America and Chinese students, they take entrance exam as well. They need a solution like a math search engine. So our goal is to find a company that needs our technology by going to overseas abstract summit and so on. Overseas market with the entrance exam has the same demand like Korea. So we are going to global. 천재, Korea #1 education company. They use our technology. Why? Because we are only one company can search for math problem and have other underlying technology like analysis engine, question bank, and recommendation engine, and so on. For school, publisher, and private educational institute, we can service our system. This is a great opportunity for us because overseas edtech company interested in our technology. And also, we already contract with the Korea #1 education company. So we need networking and promotion for global market. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you very much.
You mentioned you're already working together with 창조경제혁신센터,
Yes.
the number one
Yeah.
Korean, one of the leading Korean education company,
Yeah.
right? But you are planning to go global,
Yeah.
and this math area is quite a non-verbal language specific
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
So going global might be easier and very natural way to go.
Mm.
In that sense, do you have any specific partners or collaborating organizations or anything like that going global?
Yes. Until now, we didn't have any partner in global, but we tried to find our partnership, America and other countries, because that region we participate in overseas EdTech conference and expo and so on. So there we wanted to find a partner. Also, we met in Global Silicon Valley accelerator in Korea. They are very interested in our technology. So we have confidence in that technology.
Your core technology is more on the database and the matching algorithm and search engine?
Yes, our is the best technology, the search engine, and already we have another analyze and recommendation engine.
Recommendation engine.
Yeah. We just focus on mathematics, not a subject now.
Yeah, thank you very much for your presentation. I'm kind of curious about your team.
Yeah.
Maybe you could tell us a little bit about your team and what roles you feel are currently lacking. Who do you need now to take the next step forward for your team?
Our team, also now we have 5 members. The 2 engineers and 1 is a planner and 1 is a content manager and me. But we need more content manager because mathematics is content. So we need content. So we should organize the mathematics content. So after I'm not sure, but 2 and 3 months, then we hired 2 content members.
I'm not good at math at all. And then when I came to Korea, I looked at how Koreans are taught math in schools and hagwons. And the way that you learn math and the way that Americans are taught math is very, very different.
Yeah, different.
So how, like your data is based on a Korean teaching style. I'm wondering what kind of research you've done to see to what extent this teaching style and teaching style in other countries, how are you going to find that out and then try to apply that to your technology?
Yes, this is a very good point. The philosophy of math is different. It's very local, but the system is similar because mathematics, I don't know other subjects, but mathematics, you should learn basic concept, from basic concept to more higher concept, like basic concept is a natural number to integral and something like that. This you should learn the step by step. So I think some overseas very famous company, they have already the system. We call the knowledge map. So this is the same thing in the world, the knowledge map, because it is the it is a course of math. But teaching style is different. We do not care about teaching style. We just focus on math skill. This is our technology. Just we need the math skill.
Have you ever interviewed with the end user? And if you did, what are they happy the most with that program?
Yes. We have already interviewed about student and teacher, especially teacher, because our system uses teacher now. but they very surprised because they need test paper. But when they prepare for their class, the teachers must prepare. The test paper is so many because teacher teaches many students, not only one. But our system just need one click, then they can personalize the math test paper. It is a big thing. So they're very surprised.
Okay, let's clap for him one more.
Thank you very much.
It was Class Q providing a math studying service. Yeah, this is very sleeping time, right? So before going to meet next startup, I prepared for you quiz questions, one. And I prepare a present for you. So please feel free to answer these questions. How many CCEI are there in Korea? Do you know it? The number? Just say it. Okay, next. Oh no, more than that. And you? 5? More than that. Okay, over there. No, sorry. Okay. Yeah, right. You're a winner. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your trial. Yes, and I will give you one more present. It's a really easy one, so please be quick. These participants wants to go one of conference. Which is it? You. Yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you for your trial. Okay. Yeah, okay. We'll see the next team. The name is Sandstone. Please put your hands together for Mr. David Choi. Wow, thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is David Cho, and today I'd like to introduce Sandstone. So this first picture here is the picture of our director's wallet. So as you can see, he's got a lot of credit cards. But slowly, we're evolving into an ecosystem like this, where all these cards can be stored into a single digital wallet card. But this doesn't come without risks. And the biggest source of this risk is actually the 16-digit static card number. Whether you're handing over your credit card to the waiter at a restaurant, you're ordering items over the telephone, or even online transactions, you're at risk for card-not-present fraud. So even with the implementation of EMV chips, total credit card fraud is increasing globally, and CNP fraud accounts for nearly 70% of this. So it's time for a change into a more dynamic solution. So I'd like to introduce to you Virtual One-Time Code, or VOTC. So through VOTC, your credit card number changes constantly without any kind of network connection. Also, with this number alone, you're able to recognize who the cardholder is, and this number has a 0% possibility to be duplicated with others. And all this is possible without changing the existing payment infrastructure. So here's a little demo of it. As you can see, the number is constantly changing. So even if this number gets stolen, it doesn't matter. They can't access your account. So a lot of people like to compare this to either one-time password or quantum random numbers. But the difference is, for example, OTP, you usually have to log into a website first, identify yourself, and then input the OTP. It doesn't know who you are just based on that number alone. However, with VOTC, with just the number, it can recognize who the cardholder is. Additionally, OTP and QRN has a possibility to be duplicated with others. However, VOTC has 0% possibility of duplication. And finally, and most importantly, this is all possible on the existing payment infrastructure without any kind of network connection. how is this possible? Well, current methods use a one-dimensional matching system. However, VOTC uses a multi-dimensional structure. So what is the value in our technology? Well, by implementing our technology, companies can potentially save billions of dollars a year by preventing CMP fraud. And additionally, they can do this without investing any additional money in changing the infrastructure. So there have been a lot of other new technologies trying to solve this problem. For example, dynamic CVC, digital wallet cards, biometric cards, as well as virtual card numbers. However, the problem with the first three, they still use a static card number, and the last one is only used for internet transactions. So how can our tech actually be applied? Let's take a look at the current tokenized payments infrastructure. It's a little bit technical here, but as you can see, right now you need to request a token from the TSP and then authenticate yourself over the current infrastructure. However, with VOTC, you can generate that token from your mobile device or even your credit card and be authenticated over the payment infrastructure. Another application that we have, existing corporations can actually add the Know Your Customer revenue model on top of their existing business. So by creating a dynamic government ID number, we can actually help reduce identity fraud. Additionally, you've been seeing a lot of these on kiosks at restaurants. But the problem with them is they're very expensive to install, take up a lot of space, and you'll see a long line usually form in front of these devices. We envision something different. Imagine walking into a restaurant and connecting to their Wi-Fi. It doesn't have to have any kind of internet. It's just Wi-Fi. And then automatically your browser pops up with the restaurant's menu. You select the items that you want. Then from your digital wallet, you copy the VOTC number. You paste it into the browser. Your payment is completed, and your order goes through. So I know a lot of restaurants have been trying to do this mobile payment system. However, the problem is every restaurant you go to, they require you to download a separate app. And even though you do that, you actually have to register an account. But however, all of these can be solved soon once payment changes. And for the sake of time, I'm going to go past this. So Sandstone was actually incorporated in 2015. Since then, we've acquired several patents, and we've become FIDO certified, and we recently closed Series A funding. Our clients include government organizations, financial institutions, as well as many e-commerce companies. So this is our team. Chang-un, formerly of Samsung, is actually our founder and co-CEO. Juno is also a co-CEO, and he was a former executive at Naver. And our R&D team has worked together for over 10 years, so we have a lot of cohesion within the team. So in the past month alone, we've actually signed NDAs with G&D, First Data, and MasterCard, all in Europe. So our goal is to actually move our headquarters to Europe within this year. Thank you very much.
Very impressive and very secured way of a transaction. Going out, not worrying about any fraud. But in reality, those are new methods, new ways of doing things to be actually accepted by the market and implemented. Long way to go. So what are the biggest challenges you have at this moment going for that?
Right, absolutely. So if we were to target individual customers, the conversion would take much longer, which is why we are actually targeting the biggest players in the ecosystem. So we're targeting G&D, which is the third largest card manufacturer globally. First Data is the #1 POS provider globally. And MasterCard, I think their name speaks for themselves. So we've had very high-level meetings with them as well. And they're actually very interested in our technology. So by going at the very top level, we're hoping that this technology spreads all the way down.
I'm kind of curious as to how you guys feel the the growing awareness and acceptance of cryptocurrency is going to have on your business model in regard to the possibility that in the future, maybe the near future, credit cards themselves are going to be obsolete, like the actual paying with a card, you don't need to do it anymore?
Right. I mean, cryptocurrencies and blockchain in general, we don't see them as competition, but we actually see our technology being able to implement that technology to provide a better kind of service for our customers at this point. So we don't see them as mutually exclusive.
According to your application, you're working with the Arabesque, right?
Excuse me?
Arabesque?
Uh-huh.
I'm really wondering what it is. I mean, what kind of core are you doing?
With that company,
that is the number one, international number one encryption company, and they are providing so many different types of security solutions.
Right.
And
so
then how you involved with that company?
Absolutely. So we have, in addition to the VOT technology, this was just completed at the end of last year. So we're really trying to push this technology. But we also have authentication services as well. So in conjunction with them, they're actually looking at our technology and hoping to implement our technology within their service model as well.
Please give a big hands for him.
Thank you.
Thank you, David. Okay. It was Sandstone giving virtual one-time code. The 8th team is Who's Good? Let's give a big hands for Mr. Basundra Dehia.
From my slide here. Oh, okay. Hi everyone, I'm Basundra from Who's Good. I'm representing our tech team here. It's contrast with all the marketing guys in here. Who's Good helps investors reduce their risks, and in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to tell you how. Okay. So asset managers and institutional investors invest trillions of dollars worth of money into their investments and manage lots of assets. Their whole goal is to maximize their asset value and reduce their risks. But they still, even investing in good companies like Volkswagen and BP, led to billions of dollars of losses. How could they have known in time? Their financials were sound, but they needed to now look beyond the financials. So their problem and their requirement was to look beyond the financials and get the right data at the right time in a good, easy to understand manner. Our Who's Good solution is our robo-analyst. What we do is we automate this process of finding this extra financial information, and we use AI to perform deep analysis and indicate risk for different companies. In this field, there are a few other players, and that's where Who's Good stays in. We perform in-depth ESG analysis using algorithms. In comparison, existing products are inconsistent, biased, and need a long turnaround time. A typical consulting company needs up to 9 months and $200,000 to $300,000 to analyze one industry. So our product is objective, can work 24/7, and provides an in-depth analysis. So you can search for companies and get risk indications for different ESG factors. ESG is how you measure the extra financial information about a company. Our analysis is easy to understand. There's key figures. It's comparable within the industry and across industries. There's a growing market demand for this kind of information. ESG industry is currently valued at $1 billion, and it's growing at a staggering rate. We have multiple revenue streams. Our raw data is customizable and is available to investors. In our professional plan, our deep insights and the risk overview is available, and that's usually used by asset managers, and we charge per year per seat. We already have clients which are using these two revenue models. First set is our financial clients. They're integrating our ESG data into their financial products and using it as an additional value add. These include Naver and Hanwha. For Naver, we already have over 100,000 views on our data set. The other category is where we have our deep insight reports into risk evaluation of the company and its industry. These are distributed as our platform FactSet, where asset managers can click on them and receive their reports. Our team, being a fintech startup, we have a balance of experts in ESG, and our strategy manager, Lizette, had worked for asset management firms, and our tech team has experience in AI and natural language processing. We have advisors who are well-respected experts in their fields of business, ESG, and legal domain. We are looking for clients and partners, and today we're looking to introduce you guys about our field and our product, and feel free to contact us if you want to know more about it. Thank you.
Thank you for your great presentation. I'm also an investor, so I'm quite interested in what your service is,
right.
and I have known about your company before. So my question is, quite already you achieved so far quite a lot, and quite established it in a way as a startup. For going on to the next step, bigger step, what are lacking in your company currently? 3 points.
Okay, so that's already a good news for us that investors in our audience know about us. That's what we want to achieve. That's our end goal here. And what we are lacking, so we have a lot of data, we have analysis, and we are trying to bridge the gap into how the financial industry can really integrate our product, especially, so there's 2 levels to here. In the Korean market with the new stewardship code, there's a growing need for integrating this kind of information, and a lot of people out there really don't know how to use this extra financial information and what value addition can there be. So that's the one thing we want to do in the future. And the other thing is for our global market, and so Korean data is so limited and so region specific that international and global investors really don't know how to get access to it, get the right information, and that's the other thing we are trying to achieve. So I hope that answers your question.
Then what is the biggest achievement so far? And any story?
Well, we're on a good track these days, and our products, we are getting valued for the products we have at the moment. Arabesque tested our data and benchmarked against the other products, and they found a lot of indicators and ESG information that only we were able to provide them in comparison to other service providers. And currently we're in talks with using the information, our technologies, into different industries. That's also really great for us. We're working with Shinhan Bank to talk about sustainable lending. We're in talks with NPS to use our technologies to introduce more ESG data in there. And for us, that's the direction we want to be in.
Actually, I confused with the previous presenter. Arabesque is working with you guys, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
They tested our data, so we're still in talks about it. Okay. All right.
Yeah, thank you for your presentation. I feel that Korean companies especially, they're very secretive about their data. So in terms of the accuracy of the information that you have, having figures, they put out figures, of course.
Right.
But those figures, are they accurate? So how do you, to the extent possible, not to say guarantee, but do your best to assure the accuracy of the information that you're trying to collect and share?
Right, so that's also another thing that differentiates us from our competitors. Some of them look for companies' own reports and things like social media, and they try to do more like a sentiment analysis, like how did the public respond or what were they thinking about it. In contrast, we rely on reliable data sources, which is again government data sources like DART and others, where the data is being validated by the company. Whether the company falsely reported to the government is again not something we can check. But on our end, we do as much as we can to ensure the accuracy of our data, and instead of focusing on sentiment and emotions, we try to look for facts. So if there was an accident, really how bad was it, instead of like how much scandal was there in.
So I'm kind of curious, how did your team is quite international, so how did you all come together?
So we are very international, as you rightly pointed out. I think all of us were in Korea, and we do believe in using each of our strengths in the best way possible. And we believed in our CEO's mission. And even if you leave aside the business aspect, the end goal and the hope is to make the corporate values much better and support the investment choices. And the good companies should really, that's how the corporate culture needs to be. And since we all believed in that culture, we ended up coming here.
Okay, please put your hands together for her.
Thank you.
It was his good offering an analysis report about non-financial list. Wow. Finally, it's time for last team. Okay, the last team is, let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Shin Young-sung of Smart Link.
Hello, nice to meet you. Looks like I'm here for an English contest. I don't even know whether I can deliver my idea or my thought to you guys with broken English. But I'll do my best. Thank you very much. My name is Young-sung, working for a Smart Link company, and I'm in charge of overseas sales department. Doesn't work. This is very embarrassing to me. Okay, thank you. 이걸 누르라고 했는데 안 되네요. 이걸 눌러볼까요? Okay, before I start presentation, I would like to ask you one question about blackout. I think you guys all know about blackout. Well, that means totally shut down the power. So this blackout is mostly because of the electric power shortage, especially in summer. And actually, the cooling system is a major reason to cause the blackout. And actually, the cooling system is running everywhere, such as department store, a food company, the data processing department, small company or public, where so many places. And even 7-Eleven, small shop, relies on cooling system 24/7, every hours, every day. Don't you think it would be great if you have double efficiency of the cooling system and save cost? I'll give you some example. There is mobile telecommunication companies such as KT, SK, or LG, which is major target of marketing of our target. They have the the station all over the countries. They have more than 400,000 stations all over the place in Korea. And all the stations have cooling system. With 5% market share, there is millions of dollars in marketplace. Besides of telecommunication company, our product, AnySaver technology, can be adapted to various markets, such as automobile, the food storage, transportation, and cloud data system. And our product, I really would like to introduce our solution, the AnySaver. This can this can be a real innovation of cutting-edge technology to extend life cycle of cooling system and reduce the cost, and most of all, it is very simple for installation. If you think the cooling system becomes old and less efficiency, the company have to throw them away and replace it. And then it causes unnecessary recurring cost. But our system, we don't need to throw them away. We just update your current cooling system with our product, which is we activate the refrigerant, the gases, and maximize the cooling efficiency. So this is the picture of our product, and this is a very powerful device, and we have a patent. It is using a vortex effect, which is like a tornado. So to stabilize the refrigerant gases and maximize the cooling efficiency. So our product is right over there, and this is the location of our product. It is installed between condenser and the valve, expansion valve. And there's no power, no need power, and no worries about breakdown. And this is a certificate from TÜV Nord in Germany. We get certified, we can save energy more than 26%. And also we get certified from domestic also. And this is comparing with other companies, which is EcoSaver. Oh, sorry. That's EcoSaver, and that's Mistbox. The companies are all looking for expanding life cycle of cooling system. But as you can see, only our product can provide comprehensive the solution for overall efficiency, applicable, and lots of all kinds of certificates and well tested. With our quality certificate and green certificate, our business will be expand from private company to a big company, big enterprise like a public. There are two main ways to. There are two ways of selling policy in my company. One is direct purchase, which is for a small company. The other one is bulk purchase for a big enterprise like a public. Chungbuk province in Korea, which is one of our happy customers. So we have good relationship with Chungbuk province, and we installed bulk, install a lot in the Chungbuk University. No, Chungbuk province. And we are trying to build up the trust, and we've been working hard for certification, development, and sales since January 2006, which is wrong. And our team make all happen. Mr. Egan Schick, the CEO of SmartLink Corporation, Mr. Won-do-hee, who is in charge of product development, Mr. Kim Dong-ho, who is major chemical engineering in Korea University.
Sorry, it's time's up, so please keep.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow, that's our the dream team. Okay. And we are looking for trying to build a partnership with abroad, like Vietnam, United States, and Myanmar, and Thailand, which is ongoing now. And yeah, thank you very much for listening. And we are doing our best on R&D to make a new product which is more powerful and more effective. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you. Please.
Thank you. One quick question.
Yes.
The product, the service.
Yes.
Is it just for the local or global? Because we are more focused on global. So
Yes.
could you explain your global pictures, going global pictures of your business?
Well, our big picture is install our product all over the world, especially for the cooling system. Well, if we install in the house, they sometimes turn off. But if there is any cooling system working 24 hours, after you install, you can pay back in 8 months. And then after 8 months, everything is, save the energy and save the cost. And
Okay.
Okay, so it seems that your product is applied to an existing system.
Yes.
Okay. So do you have plans to introduce this product to companies which are already making cooling systems and can apply it as a solution when it's initially bought, as rather than an aftermarket solution?
Well, I didn't fully understand what you're saying.
Okay, so it seems that, for example, if I own a 7-Eleven, I want to save energy in my company, I apply your product to my cooling system.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I have to do some kind of process to apply your product to my cooling system.
Yeah.
Okay, why not apply that solution to the cooling system at the very beginning when it's first manufactured?
Oh, yeah, of course, of course. The marketing area is that I explained is ideal. We focus on a big marketplace first, like telecommunication marketing. Yeah, we are working on it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Let's give a round of applause for him. SmartLink is making a cooling system safe and effective.
Can I just make a tip? Can I give you a tip?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, don't take this the wrong way. So in the 5-minute presentation, you started talking about your project at 5-minute mark, right? So we started to know about your product after 5 minutes, right? So we need to know about your product at 1 minute, and then you can explain it for 4 minutes. So yeah. So anyway, we're kind of nice today.
I will keep in mind.
Yeah.
that.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank
I
you.
didn't even know 5 minutes.
Thank you for kind comments.
Yeah.
Okay, all participants' presentations are finished. So to wrap up, I would ask you the judges' comments about today's competitions, please. Thank you. Yes, please.
Okay, it was a great time. I really enjoyed listening and understanding and my own ways of thinking, how these companies go global, what kind of things are missing, and what kind of preparations they've already done. Some variations, of course, but generally, I'd like to mention 2 things. One is we are reaching global market, so there are some ways to go, global standard, and we are expected to show that to the audience we are not just going for slush. Anyway, these companies should be successful in global market. So I want the companies to prepare more precisely, focusing on global themes. So in order to give examples, maybe better to focus on global market potential, not just mentioning Korean examples, like that. Okay. And also, in terms of presentation, global market and the global competition, very precise, the timekeeping and the points to deliver. So I think our experts and the supporting teams in CCCI can make them more prepared precisely. Okay. So I really enjoyed the time, and thank you for this event, and keep contact anytime for me. I have a lot to discuss and support for all the teams. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your sincere opinion, Mr. Yim. Okay, next.
Okay, yeah, today was great. It was a very good opportunity to see some interesting companies doing interesting projects. I've been doing this all week long in Busan and Pangyo and Gwangju and now Daejeon and Monday in Incheon, and it's a really good chance to see where we are as Korean startups and the steps that we've taken to get into markets beyond where we are now. So I think that this kind of event today, it allows you an opportunity not just to tell your story, but you have a chance to see today 7 different stories besides your story. And I think that we sometimes as startups, I'm a startup too, I'm the CEO of a startup, we sometimes fall in love with our product and we only see our product through our product's eyes, kind of like a umuran geguri, if you see that in Korean. So yeah, so we need to be aware of this bigger concept besides Daejeon, besides Korea. And you mentioned very much in regard to being specific about information and data and competitors and the level of competition and the extent of how they have advanced. So I think when we're preparing for events like today, it's really important not to prepare from our perspective. You have your story, we know that. But these are the people who are listening to you, potentially partnering with you, potentially buying your product, or potentially, most importantly, investing in your product. And so this is a great opportunity for you to reach out to them with the key information. And I think what you mentioned about, of course, the Korean market does offer a lot of opportunities for some of your companies, but we're here to focus on global. And not just today, but my feeling so far is that we want to go global because global is a global. 해외 진출, wow, it's an amazing thing. But it's not just a word, right? So there's a lot more involved, and we need to be aware of that. So I think trying to get out of our comfort zones, I think it's great that a lot of your teams based in Daejeon here have non-Koreans working in your team. That helps a lot. I don't think that's a necessary thing, but I think it's a really helpful thing. And so those are the 2 takeaways that I had today. And anyway, great job today. Thank you very much. And yeah, your turn.
Yes, we really appreciate it. Mr. Ta Sample.
안녕하세요. 저는 부산 창조경제혁신센터에서 PD로 일하고 있는 장유화입니다. 이 케이스, 저는 한국말로 할게요.
Thank you.
많은 분들을 위해서. 근데 저 자신도 창조경제혁신센터에서 일을 하고 있지만 전국 센터를 통해서 이렇게 많은 좋은 기업들이 발굴되고 또 보육되고 있는 것들을 확인할 수 있는 시간이었다고 생각합니다. 좋은 아이디어들을 가지고 정말 한국에서 말씀하셨다시피 우물안 개구리가 아니라 해외를 통해서 더 큰 마켓을 도전할 수 있는 기회가 있을 거고 또 그러한 것들을 또 발굴해서 또 지원하는 것이 저희 창조경제혁신센터의 역할이기 때문에 오늘 소개받은 모든 기업들 정말 저한테는 굉장히 소중하고 또 여러분들한테도 향후에 창업이라든지 아니면 또는 코워크할 수 있는 기회들을 여러 가지 기회를 통해서 만들어 가실 수 있는 여러분들이 되셨으면 좋겠습니다. 오늘 귀한 시간 내주셔서 감사하고요. 또한 공정한 저지들과 공정한 점수를 통해서 여러분들한테 좋은 소식을 전해드릴 수 있기를 바랍니다. 감사합니다.
Thank you, Ms. Chang Yu-hwa. Okay. I really appreciated your being here for such a long time. And I wish all the participants good luck to you. And please enjoy the last session, networking time. Thank you very much.